Against the backdrop of twisting pines stood the old abandoned Mech, its guts spilling out from the front of its chassis like a chaotic spiderweb made of long black electrical cables and most of the cooling system. Old Mrs. O'Malley built the Mech out of parts from about 30 different creatures, including an antique Russian tank and a 1968 Oldsmobile. The Mech stands about 60 feet tall, has a roughly humanoid design, with a central body, 2 legs on the bottom, 2 arms just above the middle, and the head on top. The head itself is a large plastic hamburger, about 3 meters high and 6 meters wide, which used to sit atop Greasy Bob's Burgers and Fries fast food drive-thru, located a couple hours south of town. That place went out of business years ago, back when I was just a kid. And I guess one night, when the Mech was nearing completion, Mrs. O'Malley had used the partially finished war machine to steal the giant plastic burger from off the restaurant's roof. Nobody knows exactly what she built it for. She claimed it was a prototype she was hoping to sell to the military, but that was obviously just a pleasant lie meant to disguise the fact that the smartest woman in town had started to go a little mad. The thing sounded like an apocalypse when she took it out for walks, the metal bits all screaming against each other as the 20-ton monstrosity lumbered around like some drunken sailor still unadjusted to being on land. One weekend, a couple of high school students, Tracy King and Janine Lakewood, stole the thing from out of Mrs. O'Malley's backyard and took it for a joyride across town. They squashed a police car, kicked over a fire hydrant, and scared Mr. Jocelyn's cat so bad that the poor thing developed a bald spot. The 2 girls wound up getting something like 100 hours of community service apiece, and Mrs. O'Malley was warned to keep a better eye on her creations. It was only a month or so later that Mrs. O'Malley passed, peacefully in her sleep, with a surprisingly large amount of heroin in her bloodstream. And it was only a week after that when lightning struck the strange old Mech, temporarily bringing it to life. For about a day and a half, it danced sadly across those big empty fields just outside of town, until eventually it came to a final halt at the edge of the woods. That's where it took its final steps, before ripping out its own internal wirings in some sort of strange imitation of suicide. Most likely, the lightning had simply brought the processors back to life, and the dancing and death had been nothing but the autonomic system's misunderstanding of the old lady's coding. Still, it's sort of nice to imagine that maybe the strange creation had simply missed its creator, and had taken the opportunity granted to it by the lightning to celebrate her life, and then to follow Mrs. O'Malley into the great nothingness that waits for us all on the other side of death. Big Tim Roberts thought he might be able to get the thing going. That was a couple of years back, but he lost a thumb when a piece of the outer casing came loose. One Thumb Tim, they call him now, but it's not to be rude or anything. Tim thinks it's pretty funny. Eventually, I'm sure the city will get its act together and collect up the old thing, haul it off to the dump. But a bunch of us hope they just leave it out there, as like a monument to Mrs. O'Malley and all her big, crazy ideas.